Yeah. Why you calling at 11:30 when you only wanna do me dirty? But I hit right back 'cause you got that, yeah. Why you always wanna act like lovers, but you never wanna be each other's? I say don't look back, but I go right back, and all of a sudden I'm hypnotized. You're the one that I can't deny. Every time that I say I'm gonna walk away, you turn me on like a light switch when you're moving your body around and around. Now I don't wanna fight this, you know how to just make me want you. Turn me on like a light switch when you're moving your body around and around. You got me in a tight grip, you know how to just make me want you, baby. Do you love it when you keep me guessing? When you leave and then you leave me stressing. But I can't stay mad when you walk like that, no. Why you always wanna act like lovers, but you never wanna be each other's? I said don't look back, but I go right back, and all of a sudden I'm hypnotized. You're the one that I can't deny. Every time that I say I'm gonna walk away, you turn me on like a light switch when you're moving your body around and around. Now I don't wanna fight this, you know how to just make me want you. Turn me on like a light switch when you're moving your body around and around. You got me in a tight grip, you know how to just make me want you, baby. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, and show me how you do. You want, you want, you want, you want, you wanna keep me wanting you. Wanting you, girl. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, and show me how you do. You want, you want, you want, you want, you wanna keep me wanting you. Turn me on like a light switch when you're moving your body around and around. Now I don't wanna fight this, you know how to just make me want to. You turn me on like a light switch when you're moving your body around and around. You got me in a tight grip, you know how to just make me want you, baby. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, and show me how you do. You want, you want, you want, you want, you wanna keep me wanting you. Come on, baby, come on and show me how you do. You want, you want, you want, you want, you wanna keep me wanting you.
I see the song ended. Let me go ahead and put the other one on. Sorry about that. Let's see. Go ahead and lower that audio real quick. What microphone is this pulling from? Headset. Default. Hold up. Oops daisy, why is this microphone not working? Also, let me plug in my webcam. There we go. Digital audio interface. You might have to roll with the gamer headset for today. I don't know, does it sound super great? Cam corner. Properties, deactivate, activate. There we go. Oh, my bed is a mess. Let me make that real quick. I only got up several hours ago. Oh, let me close this. There we go. Oh, wait, let me check this. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. I think we're good. If this... I don't know why the other properties... Why it's not picking up the... Oh! Why is it not picking up this one? Oh well. No, it's not. Oh well, I need to figure this out. Hold up. Okay. Properties.
There we go. Now we're cooking. Now it's this one. Hopefully this is good. It's not... I wish it was louder. It's the thing. But whatever. Let me turn this down on my headset. Let me pull up chat. If the music is too loud, let me know. Let me know. I got my water. I got my stuff. Today we are going to be leading off. Actually, let me join VC. Give me a moment. There we go. We are going to be leading off with this poll. I actually meant to make a video about last year's poll last year, but I never got around to it. But today, we fortunately will be doing it on stream. I guess I could have made a video about this, but it wouldn't have taken me forever to get around to it. It's not like I'm doing anything else at the moment. But here we go. Turn this down a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Bittersweet Candy Poll 2023. Things ain't turning up Paulo. From his no homo crush liking his other guy friend that he almost might not no homo like, to finding out someone he lost is doing much better than he thought. Paulo has just not really been having a good year, has he? I don't know. He's friends with Abby now. It's pretty good. I think that's a common W. Maybe 2024 will be better for him. But that's not why we're here. We're here to determine who is the most favoritist character, the most hated character, the most complicated character, the least concerned with character of Bittersweet Candy Bowl in 2023. The poll is a little long and requires you to answer each question with varying levels of like and dislike and neutral responses down to ones if you just straight up don't know who you're looking at. Some questions are scrambled to avoid just clicking when answered all down the line. Please answer the questions honestly. Please do not bot vote as it takes away from the fun of seeing what the... So I don't know if Teshi actually uses this to determine like how she should take the comic, like what direction. But let's put our best foot forward. How do I feel about Mike? Boy, I don't even know. I just have no... He's kind of really stupid. If we're looking at specifically this year, my feelings toward him this year... Let me pull up the comic just so I can get a gauge of what chapters. So the chapters this year were. Oh, there's only 2 chapters this year. Hold, no, there wasn't. The end of Good Enough, but he wasn't in that chapter. How do I like him? He's fine. He's okay, I guess. It's the sad thing is I just don't have any strong feelings towards anyone, you know? Like, I really like Sue still. Like, she's, you know, my little go-getter. But Mike? I can't even gauge... He's just fine. He's okay. Lucy, the same. I mean, she hasn't even been... She's been in like 4 pages. She's just fine, I guess. It's like these 2 characters are so radically different from where they started, and that's not necessarily a bad or a good thing. It's just they feel so very disconnected from those characters that I felt so strongly about. They're just like kind of nothing now. I'm just kind of sad. Like, Mike and Lucy are only as strong as their connection to each other. I think that's the best way to put it. They are only as strong as their positive connection to each other, and they don't really have any connection to each other. They're very disconnected characters now. And while Mike still is sad about what he did to Lucy, and he keeps moping about it, oh, I'm so sad. Are you going to do anything about it? Are you going to sit down and do anything about it? Who knows? It'll probably be 20 years before he actually takes action. So, Lucy, just fine. How do I feel about Paulo? You know what? I'm going to change my answer. I'm just neutral on them. I'm just neutral. He's fine. Paulo is fine. Date Night did a lot of damage. Date Night did a lot of damage to his character. I mean, not really, because none of it's lasting. Like, I already made a video about why Date Night confuses me, so it's really not even worth going into now. But it's like, if I can wash away... I don't know. He just isn't the character that he was, and like not in a way where he's grown up, in a way where it's like he just feels like a completely different character now. I don't know. He's fine. I feel more strongly towards him because the last 2 chapters and now the 3rd one they're focusing on him. So he's fine. He's going through a lot of tough time. And I actually understand how he feels, not specifically with the parent thing. He's his mopey phase. Yeah, he's too much in his mopey phase. I said this in the BCB panel, but he's just a crybaby now. He just cries all the time about everything. Younger Paulo would have, like, this, yeah, maybe it would have, like, weighed on his mind, but, like, in the last several chapters, let's look at all the chapters he's cried in, right? He cries in here. He's like super flustered and like un-Paulo-like here until he isn't at the end. So I like, yeah, okay, whatever. Good enough. He's also moping here. He's like, oh no, he cries in this one too. Wait, where is it? Yeah, here it is. He's like starting to cry in this one too. Let's see. Link Play he's not in. One Track Mind he's not in. Well, he is, but it's like flashbacks. Track Meet. Let's see. Then he's doing this shit, and he's like starting to cry, kinda ish. Wait, where's the specific page? He's just like complaining about Mike being the golden boy. Yeah, he's just jealous of Mike. By the way, the only time Paulo was ever jealous of Mike is when it came to Lucy. Double Down definitely cries here. He's just like a baby now. He's just like moping. He just kind of sucks. Old Paulo would have not put up with this. Younger Paulo would have been like, he would have taken it on the. That's what made younger Paulo so engaging as a character, because despite all the shit that he got put through, he took it on the chin. He never took anything personally, and he was like, "That's just the way it is," and that's what made him mature. Now he's just like, none of that. He just lost it. I guess it's supposed to be character growth, growing a sensitive side. But the thing is that he always had a sensitive side. What made his character interesting is that he did put on this macho man front, but he also had this really sensitive side. He doesn't even have the macho man front anymore. That's just gone. It was the sensitive side that made him interesting, but it was interesting because it didn't overtake his character. It came in during specific moments. It wasn't all the time. Now it's just like every opportunity Teshi gets, Paulo's got to cry. Because you can't be macho. Because people don't understand that you can have a macho manly character that isn't a womanizer or misogynistic, and they can just be a good dude who's super manly. But you can't do that because people don't understand that difference. And Paulo should have maintained being that character. He should have grown into that character more. He should have taken more of this stuff on the chin. And I think the big thing that should have gotten to him, that I will at least give Teshi, is the thing with his mom. I think the rest of this stuff, he should have just taken it on the chin. I think the fight with Lucy here, he could have been regretful over, but crying about it. No, he should have been like, damn, that really sucks, but that's how she is, instead of crying about the whole thing. Yeah, I don't know. The more I talk about it, the more I'm like, I don't think I like him too much. You know what? I kind of dislike Paulo now. Modern Paulo kind of sucks. What do I feel about Daisy? I like Daisy a lot. I don't love Daisy, but I like her a lot. Of every character, Daisy has gone through the most positive change. David? Oh, I fucking hate David, dude. I hate him so much. Abby? Don't really know who this is. I like Abby a lot. I don't love Abby, but I like him more now that he's not being an anger goblin. Now that he's going back to like old type Abby, where he was like kind of like a proper prim gentleman, instead of just being angry at nothing all the time, I like him a lot more. She's so cute, yeah. Sue, love. If anybody doesn't, if you put really dislike or hate or like anything but love, you're banned immediately. Sue is a blessed character. Oh, in the hearts and minds of Americans and people worldwide, the national phenomenon known as Sue. Amaya? Yeah, but I when I say they're okay, it's because I don't really have a strong opinion about Amaya, but I don't dislike her. She's just fine, I guess. She doesn't really, they don't really do much. Sandy, I don't know who this is. Who is this character, really? I could be really meta and be like, do we really know anything about Sandy? I hate Sandy. I hate her so much. Tess, I love Tess. Tess is the only one that can rival Sue for my affection. But she's no longer in the comic. So it's kind of interesting that she's still, like, in this poll, which makes me think that maybe she'll come back. She's a product of an over-controlling mother. Well, we don't really know that. We don't really know what Sue's mom is like. Except she was in the comic like one time. What do I feel about Augustus? I like Augustus a lot. I actually have written a video about Augustus, but I haven't finalized the script or recorded it or product of an Sandy. Yeah, but that doesn't mean I can't hate her. Like, you can be like, oh, well, she's sympathetic because she got groomed by Francis in more ways than one, but... okay, I won't say hate. I really dislike her. Hate's kind of a strong word. How do I feel about Rachel? I like Rachel a lot. She's cool. She's cool. How do I feel about Jessica? I have no opinion on Jessica. Actually, you know what? I don't dislike Jessica, so I'm just gonna say they're okay. How do I feel about Madison? I ought to say I really like her just to stick it to the man. But I really don't know. She's not in it enough to really have a strong opinion. For me to have a strong opinion about her. Let's see, let me bring this up here. I think my reasons for liking Madison are outside of the comic, but not in like what a way you guys think. I think there's a lot of potential for her. I wouldn't say I like her a lot, but I think there is potential for fanfiction. Matt, you know what? I like Matt a lot. I'm not gonna give him anything less. I'm not gonna give him love, but I'm not gonna give him anything less than like a lot. How do I feel about Jordan? He's fine. He's just okay. I don't really have too much of an opinion on Jordan, but I don't feel negatively. How do I feel about Jasmine? I really like Jasmine a lot. And I think that if Jasmine and Abby started dating, I would be okay with that. I would be fine because it at least gets Abby out of the shipping pool. How do I feel about Yashi? I hate Yashi. I hate Yashi so much, it's not even listed on here how much I hate Yashi. 10 out of 10 trad wife? Oh my god. Yeah, for real though. How do I feel about Blur? Yeah, he's fine. It's okay. How do I feel about Chirpy? Chirpy's fine. These characters have not been in the comic in like several years. How do I feel about Lily? Lily's fine. Next. How... Okay, so how are the pets not considered secondary characters? They haven't been in the comic for years. How do I feel about Haley? I actually like Haley. I don't like her a lot, but I like her more than they're okay. I'm gonna go with like a lot. I'm gonna go with like a lot just because of how she was in Eternal Flame. Let me move this down a bit. There we go. How do I feel about Stacy? I like Stacy. She's fine. I like her a little bit more than they're okay, but not enough to be like a lot. She's also kind of mean to Sue, so how do I feel about Katie? See, the point of Katie is you're supposed to not like her, but I don't dislike her like in a meta sense, so I'm just gonna go with neutral. How do I feel about Molly? Yeah, Molly's okay. I love Molly so much. Oh my god. No, I'm just kidding. Someone's going to take that out of context. How do I feel about Mike's brother, Chris? Neutral. How do I feel about James? I fucking hate James. James has no reason to be in this comic. James is such a plot device, it's not even real. It was like, I think James would have been better if he just maintained just being a good friend with... Well, like, I know he's going to do that now, but, like, if his interest in Mike was, like, not because he was in love with him or, like, had a crush on him, and it was like, oh, I think this guy's a really good runner. If he just maintained that really enthusiastic, like, super, oh, I want to be your friend, Persona, I would have actually said he's pretty good, but because of Date Night, I'm like, not really. He's kind of a manipulator. Uh, I think actually something interesting that could have been done with James. I don't dislike the fact that James has a crush on Mike. I mean, it's kind of like overplayed to have a character that likes Mike because like every character likes Mike, but I think that if James had had like a more serious talk to Mike with Mike about his feelings, and he was like really anxious about coming out to Mike, that like having a scene like that in Date Night, or like maybe not even part of Date Night but something else, I think would have been really nice. But Teshi didn't do that, and I already made 2 videos about why it doesn't work, so I'm gonna go with hate. I hate James, and now that he's served his purpose in the story, he's probably not gonna be in it anymore. How do I feel about McCain? I know the meme thing is to say we love McCain. He's fine. Honestly, he's lucky I don't give him a hate for stealing Sue's affection from Paulo. How do I feel? I love Lucy's mom. All the moms, I love every time. Even Paul. Actually, I'm not going to give love to Paulo's mom. I'm just going to say I like a lot. But Lucy's mom, creme de la creme. I don't even know if that means what I think it does. I love the moms. You know what? I love Paulo's dad. He's a good guy. What is this picture from? I want to find where this picture's from. Hold up. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Also, Sue's mom looks so much like her. I actually would love this. I would love this. Oh, I don't want to close that link down. Yeah, we're going to go with I like him a lot, too. How do I feel about Janet? Love Janet. How do I feel about Kevin? You know, I don't have any strong feelings for him. I think he's just okay. He's not a bad guy. He just doesn't really have much of a presence. How do I feel about Sam? I don't really like Sam. Sam is so far up his own ass. I don't like him. Me and Sam would... He's a Redditor. Sam is a Redditor. That's why I don't like him. This dude is on the freaking late 2000s Reddit going like, yes, hold up. Yes. God is not real. All of you are sheep. I am euphoric, for in this moment, I am a brilliant guy. I guarantee you, Sam is a Redditor. I dislike him. I don't hate him. I just dislike him. He's a discount Lucy? No, not even that. Not even that. He wishes. How do I feel about Alejandro? Well, I wish Alejandro was doing a little bit more in the story than just being the Thanos sitting on his throne. I'm neutral on him. You know, the most exposure I've had to this character is reading a fan fiction, and I won't say what it is, but if you guys know, you know. So, I gotta separate that Alejandro from this one. He's just neutral. I don't have any strong feelings. He's not doing anything. Something that I think would be really interesting, and it's kind of too late to do it, but to basically have Alejandro point out how similar he and Lucy are, because both of them have been mean towards their friends, both of them push people away, both of them are violent, both of them are like verbally abusive. I think that would be a really cool subplot, or like or an arc where he's not trying to hurt Lucy. He's just like, this girl, I see a lot of myself in her. Why don't I try to like bring her under my wing? That would be awesome. But that's never going to happen because it would be really interesting. I actually considered, and I might still do it, writing a story about that very same thing happening. How do I feel about Lani? She hot. I'm not gonna lie. But she's not in the comic enough for me to have a super strong opinion. I'm just gonna put like a lot. The gym teacher? Yeah, the gym teacher's fine. Other characters. The sex ed teacher? Ignore the cat. Really? This is where we're scraping? This is kind of like the bottom of the barrel right here, dog. I don't even know. I guess I'm neutral. It looks like she's about to get a lesson in sexual education herself, if you understand what I mean. How do I feel about Mina? I actually ship Mina and Abby. I think Mina's okay. How do I feel about Cassidy? She's fine. I have no opinion on either of them. I just don't dislike them. How do I feel about Courtney? I guess she's neutral because she's even in the story even less. How do I feel about Dylan? Everyone is here. I wonder if they're gonna put Carter and Carson in here too, and Kazuna. Dylan, neutral. Aaron, neutral. The principal? She's kind of cute. I'm gonna say she's okay. The teacher, neutral. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give them they're okay. Mr. Noodles is cool. How do I feel about Finn? Neutral. How do I feel about Lucas? Neutral. Felix? I like Felix's design. I'm gonna say they're okay. How do I feel about Max? Neutral. How do I feel about Darwin? Neutral. How do I feel about Zach? He's fine. He's okay. How do I feel about Kathy? She's a cutie pie. I'm gonna give her they're okay though. How do I feel about Toby? I have no opinion on Toby. How do I feel about Melanie? Ooh. Oh, I tried to drink this, I didn't even take the top off. How's she smoking that in her teeth? I think she's fine. How do I feel about Craig? I don't like Craig. He's freaking horrible. Actually, I really dislike Craig. How do I feel about Flower Girl? I like her a lot. She must be protected. Actually, you know what? I don't have any strong opinions. How do I feel about Justin? He's fine. A lot of these are just, it's kind of hard. Oh, I really dislike Tiff. I don't hate her. I just really dislike her. How do I feel about Lucy's dad? He's never around. I'm going to go with the neutral, though. Daisy's mom? Damn, boy! I guess she's fine. Daisy's dad? Neutral. Sandy's mom? I don't really like Sandy's mom. Actually, I'm going to say I really dislike. I know that Teshi's evil twin is going to hate me for this, but I'm sorry. She's terrible. How do I feel about Amaya's dad? Are you going to ask me how I feel about every single audience member in that featured attraction? He's fine, I guess. How do I feel about Abby's mom? Mother. I guess she's fine. How do I feel about Abby's dad? I dislike him. I'm gonna go with hate. Who is your ultimate favorite character? Susan. It's not even a question. Now, like I said, it is a close tie between Tess and Sue. I like Sue because of her personality. She's also a QT 3.14 on top of that. Tess, it's mainly looks. And yeah, like her personality's good too. She's like spicy, but who's my least favorite character? James. Who do you predict will be a fan favorite? It's gonna be Paulo. I guarantee Paulo's gonna be the fan favorite. Who will be the least favorite? Alejandro again. Who do you pick the character the most? I don't know responses. Huh. Dylan. Any characters you'd like to see included next year? Remove Dylan. He's such a non-entity. It's not even worth having him on there. Anyway, that's the there we go. We did it. Uh-oh. I did the poll for once. Who added me? Alright, let's see. Where are we at? Alright. Let's hop into the Donde Esta Lucy blog, everyone. Now, Lucy will be the fan favorite among the Tumblrites. Yeah, but not everyone that reads BCB is on Tumblr. Evokin. Anyway, OMG. The Bittersweet Candy Bowl stream was great. I watched a little during Saturday and Sunday, and I just left to enjoy Humans on Channel 4. Oh, yeah. See, I'm so glad to hear you guys are going to... Please come to my convention. Jesus Christ. Picture mainly quality controlling Lucy for the hell of an angry teenage cat girls. Wow, look at all those Lucys. An army of Lucys coming to beat you up. What do you do? She's so mad. This is kind of intimidating, actually. I wish to look away. I do not wish to see the things that I do not want to see. What's Lucy's favorite color? Blue! Dang, it's not gray, it's not green. I agree, though. Blue is a good color. Oh, he's thinking about Tess. Oh my god! Wait a minute. I gotta pull something up. Because if that is what I think it is, that is such... Because this was done before all the rewrites, I think. Oh my god! The writing here is the same, like, the same way she would write for the original... Uh-oh. For, like, the original pages. Let me see if I can... Oh my god. Let's see, archive. I'm not going to pull up the original stuff, but let me just see if I can... Yeah, see how the way the text looks? It looks like this because that's the way the text looked when Tess was in the comic. But it's gone now. She removed it. That was such a good callback. I know this stuff is slightly altered too. Damn. Why would you change this? I guess it makes sense because the text no longer looks like that. But that's such a cool it's like when Tess left the comic and she was like drawn in the original style. Dang. Let's see. Say, what are the chances of us getting another one of those different ending comics? Like the one with Pueblo. I'm not going to stop calling him that. And Lucy. I would really like to see another one of those. If I come up with another idea, or if I'm made to do a particular ending, I guess. Oh, they're talking about BCI. Oh, look at this. This is the watercolor page. Monica's watercolor palette in its younger days. Also, some of the first Ask BCB posts. Oh my god, look at McCain. We're friends, right? This is really nice. Oh, look at her mouth. It's ginormous. Let's see. If you had to choose, what would you say your favorite Taylor Swift song is? Well, I don't really have a favorite. I don't have an opinion on Taylor Swift. Sorry if this was answered before, but have you actually got the whole entire story finished and all you have to do is make the comic? It kind of seems like it since you posted that BCB meme thing, but I just wanted to know. The ending has long since been planned. I have a bad ending completely planned too. So maybe she's still planning on doing the bad ending. The story is mostly planned. There's a few little gaps in between important story arcs where I can insert things that I want to. I like having that kind of freedom with BCB. As long as I keep to the path I desire, I can draw some fun chapters along the way. Yeah, but like you can't. That's a good plan, but sometimes the chapters are just kind of like, huh? Oh, euthanasia is such a fascinating idea. Whoa. Daisy for euthanasia, huh? Would Carter ever come back? No. Poor Amazil. I'm gonna screen cap this one for him, actually. It's a Lucy army, yeah. Let's see. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Come on. Load. There we go. There we go. You guys could probably hear that typing. I'm very sorry. Eep. Let's see. I know religion is not the main point of BCB, but what religions are the main characters? I know Paulo and Jasmine are Christian/Catholic. Mike and Lucy were raised Christian, but they would go to church as children. Like, they would go to church as children, but the parents became more casual about it. So it's something they're both relatively apathetic about. Lucy more than Mike. Mike is a bit more hopeful about it. Lucy just wanted to sleep in on Sundays. I remember I used to draw some church comics about them when I was a kid. I'm kind of heavily biased against religion, so it's something I don't really world build on. Sorry. There won't be any active exploration or anything. It would be interesting to see the church comics, though. Never mind. Never mind. I made a promise. I love your magical Lucy so much. I wanted to do a fan art of her and was wondering what color scheme for the dress is. Love your art style, by the way. Purple and pink. I don't actually have a reference because the last time I properly drew her I was 12, but yeah, pretty heavily based on this design, embarrassingly enough. Let's see, do Mike and Lucy together? Hurrah, Paulo Lucy will exist. Oh yeah, I saw this one. See, since Abby dislikes bullies, how does he view Lucy's actions towards Mike? Does he see that as flirting? So one hell of a way to flirt! He didn't witness as much of it as the other characters did. He kind of came in a bit late to the party, but he'd be conflicted about it since he's a good friend of Mike's. Let's see. Have you ever had anyone say they were giving up drawing when you criticized or weighed in one on a piece? Say they were giving up drawing when you criticized. Weighed in on a piece. People can be really sensitive. It wouldn't surprise me. Used to be incredibly openly critical years ago, but have since become too timid to criticize. I haven't really come across a person wanting to give up art due to critique. The most that happened is a person getting annoyed with me for being really critical, and I was all freedom of speech, even though I was being a total dick. Lol, whoops. Man, the old days of DeviantArt where I would see critique discouraged, it would spitefully critique go really hard. God, I was such an ass. Critique discouraged still kind of shits me on a moral level, but I should have just defollowed people instead of disregarding their wishes. Oh well. Yeah, it's like you're putting your stuff out online. You have to be prepared for people to do whatever they want with it. Now, I'm not saying that it's right. I'm not saying that people should take your work and, like, you know, make foul things about it or say terrible things about it. But you have to be prepared for people to do whatever they want with it. And there's not really much you can do about it. So, there's that. It's not really something I've had to deal with. Well, kind of. I've had to deal with it a little bit. And it is annoying, and you do want to be like, dude, just, like, you want to, like, take it down. But at the same time, I'm like, it's whatever. No one's going to care. There's no point in getting mad about it. Oh, wow, look at this. Clothes. Let's see. There we go. Another page update. Why did Mike acted as a jerk just with Lucy? Isn't Paulo a dick with him too? Or Mike is just too pansy to do something about it? I'm pretty sure modern Mike could beat the shit out of Paulo, which he actually did. I think... Let's go back to talking about Paulo. Look how big his head is, by the way. It's ginormous. Let's go to... Old Paulo, younger Paulo would have beat the shit out of Mike. He would have come up and been like, wham! He would not have taken this. He would not have just cried and run away. Like, he would have been like, kind of startled. But he would not have apologized to Mike for this. He would have kicked his ass. By the way, if Paulo and Mike engaged into a death fight, who would win? Because Lucy deserved it? Wait. Oh, shit. The man himself is saying that Mike did nothing wrong. That Lucy deserved Mike being a jerk. Proof. Why do you guys scan it? Oh, yeah, I don't really know anything about that. OMG, I love BCB. The first comic that I breezed right through the 1,000 pages in 3 days. Thank you so much for making this the best part for me. Watching the art style evolve over the course and knowing that I too can improve and evolve. Though during the December chapter and forward, you took my heart out and danced on it. I love you anyway. Hoping Lucy will return soon. I like her a lot. Whoa, that's so many comics in so few days. I'm always so giddy to hear when people just binge the comic. I'm happy you enjoyed it. I hope I continue to entertain. I actually do want to sit down, and I'm going to do it very soon. I know I said that like probably 2 weeks ago. But I want to sit down and just read all the volume comics in one go. I have a bunch of sticky notes that I got, and I'm going to get a pen, and I'm going to like write notes down and stick it on the pages, and then I'm going to make a video about all the things I learned from reading the physical volume books. It's going to be nice. Oh, wow, this is a really cool... This would be a nice poster. Vinyl sticker. Oh, Revitalize is a poster. Wow, yeah, it is a poster. This is good. His head is ginormous, though. Is it bad that I've been reading Beast since I was 13? Some people have read that the comic at a younger age. I always feel a bit weird about that, but I don't know. As long as people enjoy it, I guess, and don't mimic the characters' mistakes. Oh, God. Yeah, please. It'd be kind of hard to mimic their mistakes. You'd have to go out of your way to do that. Veronica, any particular why do you chose Roseville as the main plot for BCB? It's just a random name I picked based on it. Yeah, so basically there was a train stop in Sydney called Roseville, and it's not based on any real thing. Ooh, nice vinyl. Again, and then the choices. I guess Jessica and Augustus were viable choices for Lucy that she considered. Daisy gets shafted so hard, dude. Daisy isn't even a choice. Not even an option. Not even a little blip in her mind. I said to my mom I wanted a baby, but felt I wasn't grown up enough, and that I wasn't too mentally what? I said to my mom I wanted a baby, but felt I wasn't grown up enough, and that I wasn't too mentally unstable to have one. You mean you were too mentally unstable to have one? Like, I don't... What? Because this implies that you need to be more mentally unstable to have a baby. She told me she felt the same way, but she still had me, since she also suffers from social anxiety and depression. However, I just wanted to say she is truly an amazing mother, and I'm so happy to have someone as wonderful and thoughtful as her. Why am I telling you this? Stop panicking. You would be a fantastic mom, Tay. If you want a kid, have one. You'll both do great. Fortunately, I don't want a babby right now. I appreciate the support, though. That's really relevant to Teshi. Who? The Daisy thing or the thing about the babby? Wait. No, I thought I went back. Wait. Am I going nuts? Hold up. Did I skip a page? I think I skipped a page. How did that happen? The site must have updated. The baby? Yeah. I love how in the Lucy Choices poster, it looks like she's glaring at Jess's face, like, how the fuck did you get in here? And Jess is all, notice me, Lucy senpai. Yeah, ha ha ha, that's something I later noticed that I found kind of cool. Poor Jessica. Speaking of being unhappy, Augustus doesn't look too happy to be there either. He's like, ah, God, why do I have to be the love interest? Been a fan of BCB since I came across it a couple of years ago. I definitely miss seeing Lucy in the comics, and I hope you have plans on bringing her back in the future. It's painfully, beautifully ridiculous how much like Lucy I was as a teen. So angsty, indirect with my feelings, and I'm deaf in my right ear. It gives me warm, fuzzy feelings that Lucy is similar to me, and I'm quite fond of her. I'm eager to see how the story progresses. Excellent work. Will buy your books when I have extra cash. Oh, wow, that's so interesting to know regarding the whole deaf in one ear thing. That's so much more common than I thought. I've had people come in and say they have an affiliation to Lucy because of that. Let's see. So when it comes to this page and the next being so red, I actually think it's a very good call on Vero's part. The green would seem out of place, IMHO, and possibly stick out too much, unless the green is chosen carefully. And overall, the page is nice, has a nice warm feeling color otherwise. Besides, would a family like Paulo's have a houseplant? Seems they're more utilitarian about their home decor. There should be a fucking houseplant. I guess they're referring to the guest of honor pages that are strangely orange. Aesthetic. Good. Why did you remove the countdown to the next page on the website? Oh, it's there. Did you miss it? Unless you mean viewing on the individual page, then it's gone. But yeah, okay. Let's see. I was just wondering. I remember a while ago that Sue had mentioned that she had seen Sandy somewhere, and that Lucy mentioned that she used to be friends with her, but she had seen her somewhere besides that. Is that going to come into play later, or am I just thinking about it too much? It was page 12, unrequited. Thanks if you answered to it. Let's see. It's definitely not forgotten. Oh my God. There is no way. There is no way. Hold up. Unrequited. That was chapter 51. There's no way. I will shit. You knew her before she left, Sue? I know, but I think I've seen her somewhere else. Oh! No way! You've gotta be kidding me! The longest setup and payoff in the history of all media. Wow. Wait. This was freshman year. So she was doing pinups when she was a freshman? Is that what this is implying? Because that's the only way, unless she's talking about more recent stuff. So she was like 14 or 15 and doing pinups for a magazine. Well, okay then. If you say so, Tashi. Hold up, let me... That is so wild. That Teshi held on to that for, like, almost 10 years. It wasn't 10 years, it was like 6. Let's see, yeah, 2009 to... That's crazy. That is truly a wild moment. Hold up, let me. Where did it go? Did it not screen? Oh, I forgot to actually take the screenshots. My head is. I have such severe brain rot from like not having work and just sitting at my computer all day, which is one of the reasons why I actually want to sit down and just read those books so I stop staring at my computer screen. Alright, there we go. Zoom back out. Let's see. Okay, yeah, and then Mike has all these. I think Mike has even more. You could put Sue up there. You could put Paulo up there now. You could put who else? James. You could put the whole cast up there, actually. If I'm being real. Okay, let's see. Why does Sandy call Mike Michael? Is his nickname? You got it. Let's see. Oh, wow, this is a big one. Oh, this is the human comic stuff. Wait, what? Oh, it was a guest thing. Wait, what? Get answers because it cannot cover by the time it was the first comment after checking out of an inpatient mental. Alright, actually, you know what? We're going to talk about this. This is going to be a big, another, Father Rob is going to sit down and have a talk. Let's see. So this is a cool comic. Good job. Pumpkin Spice Pumpkins. Has science gone too far? Getting asked to do a guest comic for the QC could not have come at a better time for me. This was the first comic I made after checking out of an inpatient mental health clinic some weeks back. And, like, it helped a lot. I was disassociating something fierce when I got home, but grounded myself in looking up references for the guest comic. I was asked to draw it before I went to the hospital, so when I was out, it was the one task I could focus on while the rest of me was all, who am I? What am I doing here? Is this apartment mine? Why does Soupy take care of me? Who is he? Am I an artist? How do I even draw? How do I work? What's this cat following me around? It was a really nerve-wracking experience. I'm remembering how I was feeling that I was never going to be myself again, that I was going to remain in this confused, helpless state. I was panicking, thinking Soupy would be killed in some tragic accident or whatever, and I would have the apartment to myself and be stuck figuring things out on my own. I didn't think I could ever draw comics again. It was an awful few days. So, let's break down this first section. So, for those of you who don't know, disassociation is something that happens to people when they are under an extreme amount of stress. And she explained it extremely well, actually. I can't really say it any better. You get this feeling that you're in a dream, that you're not in your body, that you're like, you have your consciousness, like you are like, is any of this real? You believe that nothing is real. You don't know really. I don't think I have dealt with this before, not a whole lot, but like especially when I worked at the theater, like there would be times where I would be disassociating for a few days because of just how stressed out I was. And it's scary. It's like I didn't really understand what was going on. But it still kind of comes and goes, especially when I get tired. But I think recently it's just because I've been staring at a computer screen. I think that's actually been giving me headaches, and I need to stop doing that so much. Actually, after stream, I'm going to be going out for a run and maybe coming back to read the BCB volume book. But it's just like you don't know, not like you don't know who you are. I don't think I've gotten it that bad, but there is like this, it's like you're having an out of body experience. And I really sympathize because that's scary. It's like your soul is being detached from you and you're like, what if I just never get back to where I was? But the important thing, she also talked about this, is finding a way to ground yourself. It, like I just mentioned it as like an out of body experience. You have to find something to pull your mind back into your body. It's like, think of it like your soul is lifting up and you're looking at your body from the outside. You have to do something, focus on something where you can grab it and pull it back in and keep it in there. And let's keep going. So being able, I think working on a creative thing, or like just taking time to sit down and look at the little things in life, or to close your eyes and just focus on what's going on around you. Put yourself in the moment is a good way to help ground yourself. It's different for everyone though. It's different. As I've talked about in the previous draw stream, when it comes to mental health, everything's on a spectrum, and it's different extremities for different people. And so for me, like I was still functional, and I did come back down because I understood what was going on. I think the important thing is to not allow yourself to run away from yourself. Don't let your mind run away from you. Now, it's not, I know that sounds like just don't be upset or like don't be disassociating. And it is more difficult for others than, it's difficult for different people. It's more difficult depending on who you are. It's different for different people. Like I said, it's a spectrum. But you just gotta try not to let your mind run away from you, is the important thing. Let's see, when you go to these inpatient clinics, you hear people's stories and you feel horrible for them and you wish you could take care of them all. You want to pull them away from their awful living situations. You become introspective. You notice things you are really lucky to have. Like how I'm incredibly lucky to have such a loving and supportive husband and fans that think I'm great. Like, that's bizarre. And I guess after getting out of a place that had so many horrible stories, I was thinking, well, am I bound to be in a state of misery? Everyone is in misery. Am I just cruising until the inevitable? Something tragic has to happen to me. It cannot be this easy. I don't deserve to have all these great things because everyone who I talked to for the past week has suffered so much. The first comic I saw when leaving the hospital was this one. Interesting. Where Faye comforted Hannelore. It's an interesting name. The second panel blew my mind, left me thinking, is this about me? Because I was having that same panic, worrying about the future and how I would take care of myself if tragedy occurred. If I wasn't as high functioning as the psychiatrist thought I was. All this anxiety about being useless. So at that little moment in time, Faye saying that in the comic I was studying was incredible to me. Yeah, the other important thing is to know that you're not alone. And everything that you're going through, a lot of people have gone through. And that's not to discredit whatever you're going through. It's just so you know that there are ways to help. There are ways to get help. And you can be helped. And it's not forever. And to wrap yourself up, you can drive yourself insane by worrying about all the things you can't control. Some people will sit there and try to regress to like a childhood state because they want to go back to a time where things were so much simpler. But if you spend your entire life, this isn't about her, by the way. I'm just talking in general about like not letting yourself be like, I can't help all these people. You feel bad because you hear what happens to other people and it sounds like they have it so much worse. And then you get stressed out because it's like, I wish I could do something, but there's nothing I can do, and I wish they didn't have to go through that. It's a high level of empathy, basically. I completely lost track of my train of thought. But you can't, once again, not letting your mind run away from you. Sure, something bad might happen, but it might not. The statistically speaking, I mean, knock on wood. I mean, I don't even want to say it now. But there's a wonderful song by Bare Naked Ladies. I'm pretty sure it's Bare Naked Ladies. It's called. You know what? I think I might even use this song to play us out today. It's a really good song. C B L. Odds Are. It's called Odds Are. And Rooster Teeth did a really good music video for it. But the song, I know this is still getting off topic, by the way, but the song is about how the chances of like these tragic things happening are a lot smaller than the chances of something good happening. And the message of the song in one of the lyrics is odds are that we are going to be all right. Let's see. In the end, I was lucky that the anxious side of me that is obsessive about deadlines was like, hey, did you know you have a guest comic to do? I mean, it's due in 3 weeks, but I'm telling you that you have to do it now because you just have to, okay? That's the creative side. Anyone that does creative work knows this feeling. It is like you get on that roll and it's hard to like be like, okay, I have breathing room. I don't need to do it right now. Like for me, I have until March before my my backlog is going to be up. That's 4 months. That's like actually 5 months now that I'm thinking about it. Because it's still early December, or we're going into mid-December. But I'm still like, I feel like I gotta be working on something, because if I don't have something to work on, I'm like aimless. And that's when the brain rot sets in, because the creative part of my mind that keeps it going, I'm not using. And your brain is a muscle, and if you don't use it, it's gonna deteriorate. Let's see. I drew these Emily's at the time while I was like, I draw things? How do I draw? While in this trembly state, I looked up references and went through QC archive and gathered up images of the characters so I could study how they look. And like, man, it was weird. My laptop was being repaired, so I was using Soupy's iMac. Wow, an iMac, jeez. And that was enough of a change that was causing me a lot of panic. How do I use the mouse? Why is the screen doing this? Why is everything so big? But I still gathered up references, angles of Coffee of Doom, and how the recent hairstyles look and stuff like that. And pretty soon I was getting more comfortable with myself. So I don't know, I guess this particular guest comic meant a lot to me because it was an idea I had prior to going to the hospital, and an idea I thought I wasn't going to be able to draw once I was out, but I ended up being able to. I have this hazy memory of looking at the thumbnail I had drawn a week earlier and kept thinking, this is really funny? Am I capable of being funny? Can I do that again? And today I drew Ted being punched in the face by the butt rocket. Oh, right, I'm blocked. The process I have made Lamau. So yeah, anyway, thank you QC, and especially Jeff, you helped me get out of a nutty place in your comic goes. Yeah, so the other thing is, if you're like kind of stressing out, you're going through like an anxiety thing, something you can do is focus. Like I talked a little bit about this just a few moments ago, but finding something to focus on. And the battle to keep your mind from running away, to keep yourself from spiraling into anxiety attacks, things like that, anxiety episodes, it's always ongoing, but it gets easier. And you just have to take the first step. And once you take the first step and the next one, it gets a little bit easier every time you take a step. And eventually you don't even have to think about it anymore. Like, you're back to normal. So that's kind of what we're seeing here, is Teshi being able to focus on this comic helped her push all those thoughts of who am I and all this stuff out of her head. And by working on this, she was able to remember all that stuff, basically. This is really inspiring. This is, I think, some of the best advice just comes from other people's experience. Well, I mean, obviously, that's what advice is. But things like this, I highly recommend reading to anyone that has gone through this sort of thing. Oh, it's Paulo's Choices. Mike is on here. Paul, you could... No, Daisy? Daisy isn't even on here. Mike is on here, but not Daisy. That's crazy to me, especially considering they're the OTP now. So what happened? Why all of a sudden? This further proves my point of Paulo liking Daisy just came out of nowhere, and it doesn't make any sense. Because even here in 2015, it was like, oh, they're gonna prioritize Mike over Daisy. Like, I get that she wanted to do this because of Boy Toy. He does have a lot of love interests. Like, Tess could have been on there. Jessica, actually no, not Jessica, but you know what I mean. Why is Mike on Paulo's Choices poster instead of, say, Tess? Tess is so 2008. Oh, wow. Look at me being a clown. Let's see. I always wondered, why does Sue call Lucy L? Is Lucy's full name Lucille? You know what's funny? Because I sometimes call Lucy Lucille as like a meme or something similar. The nickname just always seemed odd. It was always more common in the old BCB comics I used to do as a child that haven't been posted online. The characters had a habit of calling each other by initials in a playful manner. So Lucy would be all, hey, M, to Mike as an example, and he would call her L. I thought Sue calling Lucy L was kind of cute, and it got morphed to L. Yeah, it's a nice backstory. Daisy's Choices. That's so sad. Paulo is on her choices list, but Daisy is not on his. Oh, that's pretty, that's a big L memento. And that's the store. Are you guys going to go to my con? What do you think of MBTI, and do you have any thoughts on what the MBTI types for the BCB characters might be? I think Daisy would be an ENFP, and Lucy would be an INFJ, or very unhealthy INFP, but those are just my thoughts. I don't really know anything about this. Let's see. I tried to get tested once and got INFJ, and Soupy got ENTP. Oh wow, that's crazy. Teshi and Lucy have the same MBTI. That's wild. Sometimes changes for me, so I'm not sure what to be honest. I actually compiled a list of a few MBTI BCB characters when I first tried out the test. So this is, I know this is like a personality thing. What does it mean? Intuitive thinking, intuitive feeling, observant judging. This would take a lot. This would take up a lot of time to go through. I don't know what any of this means anymore, but I was really into it for a while. Let's see. Hi, Teshi. I've always been a fan of corners. We might actually say that I have a particular fetish for walls that meet at an angle between 70 degrees and 85 degrees. Any chances of seeing some great corners in the future? Look, there's a fetish for everything out there, guys. Don't even worry about it. That's funny though. Yo, nerd, I love your comic. I love your art. You're awesome. Thank you. We watched Inside Out tonight. All I felt was disgust. This truly is a 2015 moment. Lily draw cat drawings over post-movie chocolate milkshakes. Nice Lucy's. Very fluff. Well, I think that's going to bring us to the end of our stream. Thank you guys for coming out. It was a lot of fun. Hopefully in the next 2 weeks I won't be as brain fried. I'm going to try to be getting out there and doing more stuff that isn't related to staring at my computer screen for several hours a day. Because that is no good. It's not healthy. It's bad. Don't do what I do, guys. Anyway, I'm going to let the Bare Naked Ladies play us out. Oh. And I will see you guys. Well, I won't be seeing you guys. I mean, like, you guys will see the video next week, which could be anything. Let me see actually the list I have. I have a list of videos that are ready to go. I actually might put out this one instead. I could do the pets video. The Fintervention video's coming out on Christmas, so that I can't move that around. Maybe I'll do the fan video, the video that the fan made that was like archived. Whatever the case is, thank you guys so much for checking this stream out, for coming out today. And I will see you all next time when we put the music on.
Struck by lightning sounds pretty frightening, but you know the chances are so small. Stuck by a bee sting, nothing but a bee thing. Better chance you're gonna buy it at the mall. But it's a 23 or 4 to 1 that you can fall in love by the end of this song. So get up, tell the bookie put a bet on not a damn thing will go wrong. The odds are that we will probably be alright. Odds are we gonna be alright. Odds are we gonna be alright tonight. The odds are that we will probably be alright. Odds are we gonna be alright. Odds are we gonna be alright for another night. Hit by the A train, crashed in an airplane. I wouldn't recommend either one. Killed by a great white or a meteorite. I guess there ain't a way to go that's fun. But somewhere in the world someone is gonna fall in love by the end of this song. So get up, no it's never gonna let up, so you might as well sing along. The odds are that we will probably be alright. Odds are we gonna be alright. Odds are we gonna be alright tonight. The odds are that we will probably be alright. Odds are we gonna be alright. Odds are we gonna be alright for another night. Sure, things go wrong, but I'll take my chances. Odds are long, so why not play? Struck by lightning sounds pretty frightening, but you know the chances are so small. Hit by the A train, crashed in an airplane. Better chance you're gonna buy it at the mall. But it's a 23 or 4 to 1 that you can fall in love by the end of this song. So get up, no I'm never gonna let up, so you might as well sing along. The odds are that we will probably be alright. Odds are we gonna be alright. Odds are we gonna be alright tonight. The odds are that we will probably be alright. Odds are we gonna be alright. Odds are we gonna be alright tonight. The odds are that we will probably be alright. Odds are we gonna be alright. Odds are we gonna be alright tonight. The odds are that